We need to get to these places faster. We need to clean them up quicker. We need to make sure we get this front managed as efficiently and as effectively as we can. Ourselves and the Coast Guard are both bringing in additional resources. We're actually moving the people closer to the point where the oil's coming ashore to make sure that we have more time out cleaning up and less time actually traveling back and forth to these locations. We're continuing to look at better techniques. I can tell you the people who live in this region have some fantastic ideas about how to clean up the oil. They're very pragmatic, they're very practical, they're things you can move on quickly, and our plans continue to try to bring those in as fast as we can. The balance we have to strike is we don't want to create more harm in doing a cleanup than the oil creates on its own. So this is why we have to make sure with the things we're doing actually are effective at cleaning up the oil but don't create damage, for instance, to the marsh in the cleanup process. So those are the things we're doing. We're creating forward operating bases. We're bringing flotels, floating camps out. We're actually even setting up some tent cities to bring the workers closer to the place where we're doing the cleanup activities. And we'll continue to do that. We're doing this hand in hand with the Coast Guard, many other federal agencies, but in particular the Coast Guard. And I have to say I've personally never worked with the Coast Guard like this before, but it's a heck of a group of men and women, very professional, very focused. They're used to responding to emergencies, and they're a massive asset to this country, and a massive asset as we try to clean this thing up. I can tell you, yesterday I was out at the site where the well is, and our efforts out there are making a big difference. I've flown over it many, many times since the very beginning. And whether it's a collection of the oil on the seabed, or whether it's the use of skimmers and booming, and the weather itself. We've actually had almost 2 weeks of good weather now, and that means we could use all of our tools consistently for 2 weeks. And there is a lot less oil on the sea than there was, and that's important because if it gets away from us there, it ends up places like here, and it can create much more damage.